Okay, so you may have seen before terminal or console applications where what happens is there's a single line on the in the terminal that's being cleared, right? Just that line is updating, and so normally when you print, right, it prints like a whole line and it goes on to the next one. But this is, for example, it will be like processing item colon 1 out of like 200, right? And then it will do 2 out of 200, but it'll all stay on the same line, right? So this is a tutorial on how to do that if you were wondering. It's a really cool little thing to have just to make your console applications look a little bit cooler. And this is going to be an example just using Python because it's the simplest way to just kind of get it across because of just the simplicity of that language. But so here's just a basic piece of code right here. So the idea here is I'm going to be using time so that you can actually see the elements being written out being cleared. Otherwise, it would just be like instantaneous. And so it's just a little label right here to be like, all right, everything past this point is going to get cleared because it will. I have some items that I'm going to be printing. That's these right here. And then so we're just going to go through the items and print them. And so basically, this right here, this is the trick, the quote-unquote trick, right? What's happening here is we're using carriage return, and that is this special character right here. So carriage return, and that's why it's R, but carriage return, if you remember typewriters, you'd get to the end, it'd go from left to right, and you get to the end. It'd be on the right side. Carriage return is when it goes all the way back to the left, right? And so using this escape code does the exact same thing. It brings you all the way back to the start of the line of that row instead of going to the next one, which then allows you to, well, print on that same line still. So you're not actually, the line was ever being cleared. It was really just being, you're going back to it. And so what's happening here is I'm going to print the item, and I'm going to do carriage return. So what happens is it'll start printing like right here, and then carriage return, let's say it's printing, and the text stops right here, right? Then when it gets to the end equals carriage return, it will go back over here to the start of the line, like I said. And it'll sleep, right? That's this line right here. It'll sleep. That way you can just you have a second to read what the text was. And then over here, what happens though is so it moves the cursor back to the start of the line, but all the text is there. So if you, let's say I printed out, my name is Benjamin, right? My name is Benjamin is a longer string than hello world, right? And so what's going to happen is it's going to overwrite the parts my name is Benjamin up to the length of hello world, but then everything else will still be there. So you'll still have, let's say it ends at the B in Benjamin, right? It'll be hello world Benjamin. So the idea here is to, and I didn't feel like really importing stuff to determine the length, how many columns the terminal window has, but I just knew none of these things that I'm printing here are as long as 30. So the idea was, before I go ahead and print the next item again, let's just go ahead and flush that entire line by just printing out white space, right? And so if it's only white space, then there's no problem with like the seeming concatenation of previous text and new text. So to demonstrate that this is actually not, nonsense, this actually works, I'll go ahead and write it. So python clear1.py. So you can see they printed out like printing item 1. Oh, this works. Hello world, yay, and then it ends, right? So that's the general idea to do it in Python. It should be the same for any other language as far as I understand. I don't understand why it wouldn't be, but if it is not the case, then I will give an update to that. So I hope this was helpful. I think it's a really cool little feature to have if you're into console applications. I prefer writing these rather than GUIs. But yeah, so if this was helpful, leave a like, leave a comment if you have any questions or anything. If you want to subscribe, that's always nice. And yeah, have an awesome day.